this is Sylvia. Oh my goodness. Okay, so Elizabeth asked if I would do a little live video on how to do Facebook parties, and I am actually sitting on the front porch at the North Carolina beach. And so if you've never been to a North Carolina beach, let me tell you what it looks like. Oh, there it is. I hope you can see it. Oh, it's so beautiful here. Oh. Okay, so I'm just going to take a couple of minutes, and let me tell you that since I'm on the porch, I may not be able to read if you're commenting. Oh, thank you for the hearts. I can see the hearts, but I might have to, if you have questions as we go along, I might have to read the questions later. So let's talk for a minute about Facebook parties. Oh, okay, I'm going to get really distracted. The hearts are making me so happy. Okay, all right, let me get serious. All right, Facebook parties. I have been doing a lot of Facebook parties, and I've had success and I've had failure with Facebook parties. So I just want to share with you a couple of things that have been very, very helpful for me. I just finished my largest Facebook party ever. It was over $1,200. I got 8 parties booked in June and July from that one party. So I've learned a few things along the way. And so I want to give you some tips. I took some notes so that at the end, if I think I've forgotten anything, I can share that with you. And of course, you guys can shoot me some messages too. So last week, I did 3 Facebook parties at one time. And for me, when I do a Facebook party, I will do them either it's a 4-day party, y'all. It's not just a 1 day. For me, I've had the best luck with 4 days. So it's either Wednesday through Saturday or Thursday through Sunday. And the reason I do that is because I know a lot of people work, and I want them to have a little bit of time on the weekend that if they need to catch back up on the posts, that they have time to do that. So I'm pretty rigid about that, and so far it's worked out pretty well, and I give my ladies a choice about which one they want to do that. It is 4 solid days of posts, and I post from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. And I'm not kidding you when I tell you this. Don't let anything I'm sharing with you scare you, because I'm going to share something at the end that'll help you. I post once an hour, and sometimes I'll post on the top of the hour, and then like at maybe the 30 minutes on the hour. So I'm putting a lot of posts out there. Some of them are fun, it's interactive, it's getting them to comment on things. Sometimes it's just photos of the jewelry. I'll add in things when I see things on Facebook that I really, really like. But I do post 4 days straight every hour. But here's the great thing. I guess it was probably about a month ago when we were on the DC designer trip. I had 2 parties going during that trip because I had set it up that they were automatically posting for me. And so I'll tell you a little bit about that at the end. So here's the thing with the Facebook parties. Last week I had 3 going at the same time. I had the one that was over 1,200. The second one is probably going to maybe end up about 300. And then the other one is a 0. So here's the thing, and I have found this to be true on all of the Facebook parties. The key to the party is the hostess. And you know what? That's the truth, even when you do an in-person party. But the thing about the Facebook party, and different from the in-person party, is, girls, you think that when you, okay, let's say you have an in-person party in someone's home or office or something like that, and you say, well, Sylvia, I didn't really have time to coach her, so I'm going to show up. She's got some people coming. I'm going to put the jewelry out, and I know I'm going to sell a lot, or I'm going to sell some. It'll end up turning out okay, right? It doesn't work that way on the Facebook party. If you are not connected with that hostess, let me tell y'all something. She's not there. She's not participating. It's going to be a goose egg, and you're going to waste your time. That is the difference. The gal last week that got 0 orders, she would not allow me to hostess coach her, and she was hardly ever on the party. And when your hostess is not on the party, guys, you know what's going to happen? Her friends are not going to be on the party. So she's got to be on the party, and you've got to coach her. You've got to coach her even more than you would coach an in-person party. Now, I've got a couple of sheets. Once this is all said and done, I'll post it, but I've got a 2-page sheet that I go over with each one of my hostesses for the Facebook, and I have a hostess Facebook party tic-tac-toe. And I don't know what it is, y'all, but that tic-tac-toe gets them so excited. Oh my goodness. And I've got a in-person tic-tac-toe that is different from the Facebook party tic-tac-toe. Okay. I was coaching a lady this morning. And she's like, oh, Sylvia, she goes, I've already been looking at my Facebook, my Facebook. I'm so excited about my Facebook party. And I was looking at that tic-tac-toe sheet. And so you know what? I coached her on the tic-tac-toe, and I also coached her on the 6 things that I really, really, really need her help in. So, and here's the other thing. I had a hostess a few weeks ago, and I knew that she wasn't savvy on technology. She told me that. She goes, I can barely get on Facebook. I said, listen, that's no problem. But one of the things that I asked these ladies, these hostesses to do is they've got to post something on that Facebook party at least twice a day. And I said to her, I said, Amy, she goes, Sylvia, I don't know if I can do that. I said, yes, you can. I said, you love Premier Jewelry. I said, you wearing your Premier Jewelry. I said, just put it out on your bed and take some pictures of it and post that. I said, that will count. Do you know what, y'all? She put her earrings in her ear. Next thing I know, she was taking a photo of her ear. She put her necklace on. She was taking... She was doing it. She figured it out. She had over a $500 party. So that was amazing. So the first thing I'm going to tell you is make sure you're scheduling these things right. I recommend 4 days. I recommend a lot of posts. I recommend Wednesday through Saturday, Thursday, Thursday through Sunday. Let's see. What else did I want to tell you about that? Let me tell you something too, because this may scare you, because if I'm telling you I'm posting a lot, I do have a service I work with that's called www.postmyparty.com. And let me tell you, you can go on there. It's www.postmyparty.com. I really like that because, I mean, I've been at the beach here with a couple of days with my kids, and I haven't had to worry about posts going out. It just, you set it up, and trust me, if I can figure this out, you guys can figure it out too. Once you set it up, it automatically posts. You can go on there. It is $9.95 a month, so I'm going to tell you that. But if you're going to be doing a lot of parties, it is worth it for you to do that. And like I said, I did that when we were on vacation in Washington, D.C., and it worked out really, really good. Now, here's the great thing about Post My Party. You can go on there. You can do a 14-day trial to see if you like it. But here's the other thing about Post My Party. Because I'm using Post My Party, if you do decide to use Post My Party, I can send my Facebook party to you. Wow, is that easy or what? So if you're like, oh, I might want to use yours, or I might want to, take some of what you're doing and maybe make it into my own, I don't mind. All I do is you give me your email, I can send it. And it's very, very easy to do that. Okay, so let me make sure that I'm going over a couple things that I wanted to make sure. So, the thing that helps with the retail, obviously, I think, is a lot of the posts of the photos and it being so interactive. I do put a lot of pictures of the jewelry there. I have different albums that I post specifically of the jewelry. Girls, you can get all of that off the Premier website. It's totally legal, and it's good to do that. How do you get orders turned in fast? Well, here's the thing. I have this post that says when we get 10 orders on this Facebook party, everybody gets a gift. And then I have a countdown, 9, 8, 7, 6. And as the orders are coming in, let's say Mary Smith gives me the first order. Then I'll put on there, we need 9 more orders. And I've got a cute little photo for that. And then I'll say, thank you very much, Mary Smith, for placing an order, exclamation, so that she sees her name and her friends are like, oh my gosh, well, I want my name on there, right? So that really does help with the orders. And a lot of times, again, if the hostess is involved, we can get up to 10 or more orders. Okay, how do you get bookings? Well, the hostess is key to this. Also, I give away the Premier it's on Premier incentives. That little bracelet, y'all know which one I'm talking about. It's got the Premier charm bracelet. That's it. I get the silver ones, and when we get a date, when I give them the hostess package, or sometimes you have to mail the package because they don't live around you. I'll put the bracelet in there, and I'll make sure they get that. That has helped. Also, the hostess tagging. I'll tell her part of the coaching is saying, listen, when you see something on bookings, girl, down in the comments, tag your girlfriends that haven't booked with me yet. And she does that because, listen, she wants as much free jewelry as she can get. Okay, how I got the 8 bookings on the last party, was I had a countdown. Every time I had a 3, 2, 1 countdown. And every time I got a booking, I'd put a check mark like on the 3. That means we needed 2 more. Check on the 2 until we got down to 1. Listen, I told my hostess, I said, girlfriend, I said, every 3 bookings we get, I'm giving you $50 in free jewelry. And that made her excited because I didn't want to just stop at the 3. I wanted to get as many as we could get. Plus, hey, it was a little bit out of pocket, but it was certainly worth it. Now, how to join Premier. I do put this on the Facebook party too. This was not my idea. This was Cynthia Coates' idea, and it was amazing. Oh my gosh, guys. What I did was I posted, I think it's Julie David. I posted her, I think it's an 8 or 9 minute OP video. I put that as part of my Facebook party. And I said, listen, if you watch this, you're going to get 3 virtual tickets for the drawings. I said, but if you watch it and down in the comments say done, I'm going to private message you 4 questions. If you answer those questions, I'm going to give you 5 extra tickets. Guys, you will not believe the number. They get so daggone competitive on this Facebook party. You would not believe the number of people that say, done, send me those questions. And it's been amazing. So you can sponsor from the Facebook parties. Okay, I mentioned Hostess Coaching. I mentioned the 2 pages for Hostess Coaching and the Tic-Tac-Toe. I'll be more than happy to post that. Now, let me tell you something else I do that you have to do this. You must do this. These girls have got to get their advanced orders. And what I'll do is on the sheet, one of the sheets I send them, I'll put a little sticky on there. And it'll say $100 in advanced orders equals $80 in free jewelry for you. So let me say that again. $100 in advanced orders equals $80 in free jewelry for you. Most of my Facebook party ladies, hostesses will do that. And I'll say to her, listen, the advanced orders, the outside orders are anyone that's not on this Facebook party. So you've got ladies that are not on Facebook, like might be your grandmother, could be your mom, it could be a coworker. Any person that does not participate, you can get an order from them. And most of the time they do that. And then once they say, they'll say, so you mean I'm going to get $80 in free jewelry if I do that? And I'll say, yes, because you're going to get the $50 bonus from Premier, and then you're going to get 30% of that, which actually, y'all, in June and July, it could be much higher than that, but I'm not going to confuse them. I'm just going to stick to the 80. So make sure, because I'll tell you right now, when she's getting orders for you, oh my gosh, and then you're getting orders off the Facebook party, it's just a win-win. Okay, and then I mentioned definitely the hostess participation. That is the key. And I'm pretty sure on the Tic-Tac-Toe, it tells her, one of those little slots says she's got to post at least 2 times a day for the party. And let me say this too, guys. When I said this, like the lady, I've talked to a couple people today, and she's like, I'm so excited. You know, my party's next week. Can we go ahead and throw it out today? And I'm like, no. We start inviting people the day before. And let me tell you why. This morning, I looked on my phone, and I think it was my nephew's wife was doing another party. It wasn't with me. It was another direct sales. And y'all, she was inviting people today, and it's next week, and everybody was on there, and they're like, well, where's the post? What is this? We're confused. So you don't want to have people on your Facebook party if it hasn't really started yet. And when they're on there, you want to have at least 5 or 6 posts for them to look at, for them to understand. Not everybody has been on a Facebook party, and they really don't understand, right? So when you set up the event and you invite your hostess, girlfriends, do not add her as a hostess until you have at least 5 or 6 posts, because I'm going to tell you something right now. When she says she's going, immediately she's going to start inviting the world, and they're going to start coming on there, and they need something to see. So for example, the party I've got next Wednesday, I told her, I said, honey, I'm going to have it set up for you on Tuesday afternoon. You can come in there Tuesday afternoon or Tuesday evening and start inviting everyone. Not today. Today we would lose it and it wouldn't be a good party. So I think she understood that. Let me say this too. You're going to have a lot of posts, especially the photos of the jewelry. I have an iPhone, and so what I did was I set up a separate album because all that jewelry, those photos of the jewelry kept getting mixed up with my family photos. It got really confusing for me. So I just set up a different album, and it was called Facebook Parties, and I put all of the photos of the jewelry there so I could easily find it, or any promotions or anything like that. So I encourage you to do that too. And then I mentioned Post My Party. So do you have to do Post My Party? No, you do not. But I'm going to tell you something. If you're going to run 3 or 4 parties at the same time, or if this is definitely something, Facebook parties are something that you really want to do, I highly recommend it. Because I can send you is my party the greatest? Probably not, but it's working for me. And I'm happy to send it to you so that you can have something to go by. It is a 4-day party, okay? And that's a Facebook party. One last thing I want to tell you is something else that I've done that's been very helpful for my in-person parties is I've set up a pre-party. Now what that is, let's say that on Tuesday night I'm going over to Mary Smith's house and I'm going to be doing an in-home party for her, right? Well, a lot of times these gals, a part of them inviting people is through Facebook. And I'll say to Mary, Mary, I'll tell you what I'll do. 4 days leading up to our party at your house, I've got a pre-party that will just randomly post photos of the jewelry, the golden guarantee, things like that, just to get everybody really excited about coming. Would you like me to do that? And she says 99.9% of the times she says yes. Is it interactive? And am I asking them questions? Are we doing tickets? No. It's just photos of the jewelry. It's a lot of you ladies that have been modeling the jewelry. I've screenshot it. I put it on there. I'll say, this is my girlfriend Mary, or this is my girlfriend Elizabeth, or this is my girlfriend Cynthia. Doesn't she look beautiful in the jewelry? Something like that. So I have 2 parties I can send to you. I can send the Facebook party, and I can send the pre-party, if that makes sense. So the pre-party is just leading up to going to someone's house. I think I made it. So, listen, if you've never done a Facebook party, do it. Go ahead, get a girlfriend, get this thing going, because you know what, there's a lot of great changes that are coming to Premier. And I really jumped into Facebook parties, I think back in January, when Premier said that we could now do them and gather people and give away hostess benefits. I've learned a lot along the way, and girls, until you start doing it, you're going to miss out. You don't want to miss out, because now I've got parties, I feel like they're scattered all over the U.S. And you know what? We're still talking. I'm still getting to know the ladies. I'm still sharing Premier. Don't be afraid of this. My goodness, I think it's so funny that I'm talking about technology and Facebook. Me of all people, if I can do it, I know that you can do it too. You got to get a system, okay? And you can't get overwhelmed by this. So if there's something, if you can private message me, you can email me, you can text me. I'm happy to help you. If I can help you by sending you the parties through Post My Party, I'm happy to do that too. But let's start. Come on, let's do something new. I know you can do this. There's help out there. There's jewelers that are willing to help you, that have figured a little bit of this out. So let's do it. Give it a try. And I hope you guys have a great week. And let me know if you have any questions, okay? Bye. Bye from the beach.